Are you considering stopping other universities besides Harvard from accepting foreign
Well, we're taking a look at a lot of things, and as you know,
Are you considering stopping other universities besides Harvard from accepting foreign
well, we're taking a look at a lot of things, and as you know, billions of dollars has been paid to Harvard. How ridiculous is that? Billions. And they have $52 billion as an endowment. They have $52 billion, and this country is paying billions and billions of dollars and then gives student loans, and they have to pay back the loans. So Harvard's going to have to change its ways. And so are some others.
In a sweeping escalation of its clash with Harvard University, the Donald Trump administration has revoked the institution's authority to admit international students. The decision has thrown thousands of foreign students into confusion and uncertainty, including nearly 800 students from India currently enrolled at the prestigious Ivy League school. As part of the new order, international students already at Harvard who haven't completed their degrees are now being told to transfer to other U.S. institutions or risk losing their legal immigration status. While those who have finished their coursework this semester will still be allowed to graduate, and the rest face an urgent choice: leave Harvard or leave the country. According to Harvard's own figures, between 500 and 800 Indian students and scholars enroll at the university each year. Right now, 788 Indian students are currently studying there, all of whom could be affected by the Trump administration's move. For those who were planning to begin their studies at Harvard in the fall, the news is especially devastating. As of now, newly admitted international students will not be allowed to enroll unless the US government reverses its decision or a court intervenes. The administration has given Harvard 72 hours to comply with a list of federal demands if it wants to regain its status as a host institution for foreign students. These demands include turning over a wide range of records such as disciplinary histories for international students and the audio-video recordings of campus protests. So far, Harvard has refused to comply with these requirements. In a statement released on Thursday, the university said it is working on guidance for affected students, but offered no indication if it would meet the US government's demands. This confrontation between Harvard and the Trump administration began in early April, when Harvard became the first elite university in the US to openly reject federal efforts to curb pro-Palestinian protests and dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. That defiance triggered a series of retaliatory measures by the US administration. US federal agencies, including the Department of Homeland Security and the National Institutes of Health, have since pulled major grant funding from Harvard, disrupting faculty-led research projects across the university. In response, Harvard has filed a lawsuit against the US administration aiming to end the grant freeze and restore its funding. Trump has also suggested Harvard should lose its tax-exempt status, which is a change that would drastically affect the school's fundraising capabilities. Tax exemptions are a major incentive for wealthy donors, and losing that status could severely damage Harvard's endowment and donor appeal. Does the US government have the power to do this? Yes. While Harvard is a private university, the US government has jurisdiction over immigration and student visas. Through the Department of Homeland Security, the government oversees Student Exchange and Visitor Program, that is the SEVP, which authorizes schools to sponsor foreign students. On Thursday, DHS officially removed Harvard from the SEVP list, effectively stripping the university of its power to issue visa documentation to international students. Without that documentation, foreign students cannot legally obtain student visas to study in the United States. So what happens next? The situation remains fluid. If Harvard complies with the US administration's demands within the 72-hour window, it could regain its hosting rights. However, with legal battles underway and both sides digging in, the outcome is far from certain. In the meantime, hundreds of international students, including many from India, are left scrambling for answers and alternatives, unsure of whether their future at Harvard is still secure.